Hi, everybody. My name is Chuck Warner. I'm here with my friend and colleague Dana Abbott as we continue our effort to seek unsaid wisdom in our commitment to preserving the astuteness of acclaimed swim coaches. We want to give these folks an opportunity to share precious observations that are only gained from a long perspective from coaching and observing the sport. Today, we are going to speak with Coach Don Gambril, who has coached at the crossroads of some of swimming history's greatest moments that he encountered while serving on 5 consecutive Olympic staffs from 1968 through 1984. Coach Gambril was named head coach of the 1984 USA men and women's Olympic team that competed in Los Angeles, the last time the city played host to the Games. Coach Gambril recently celebrated his 92nd birthday. He was born on January 2nd, 1934, in Altamont, Kansas, a small town that in a recent census tabulated 1,061 residents. He moved to El Sereno, California, attended El Sereno's Woodrow Wilson High School, where he was on the swim team and played football, starting as a center by his senior year. At East Los Angeles Community College, he specialized in distance swimming, making the junior college All-American team in the mile. He enlisted in the Navy before graduating from college, serving in 1956 and 1957. Don notably floated in on his ship into watching the dominance of Australia at the 1956 Melbourne Games when his ship was serendipitously docked there during the Olympics. Upon his return to the United States, he completed his studies at California State University, Los Angeles, where he also played center and linebacker on their football team for a year. Coach Gambril is coached at every level: club at Rosemead and City of Commerce and Phillips 66 in Long Beach. He coached Rosemead High School, where he was also an assistant football coach. And he coached 2 years at Pasadena City College, a junior college. At the university level, Long Beach State University 1968 to 71, Harvard 1971 to 72, and he coached at Alabama, where he was the head coach for 17 years, beginning in 1973. In 1983, the International Swimming Hall of Fame inducted him into their organization, as well as the year when he also won the USA Swimming Award. He's also been inducted into the American Swimming Coaches Association Hall of Fame and been the Southeast Conference Coach of the Year 4 times. In 1964, Coach Gambril helped 3 girls make the USA Olympic team. Subsequently, he was named assistant coach in 1968, 72, 76 for the boycotted games in 1980, and in 1984 became head coach for the team in Los Angeles. In 1990, Coach moved into athletic administration at the University of Alabama, overseeing Olympic sports through 1998. In 2001, the University of Alabama Aquatic Center was renamed the Don Gambril Olympic Pool. Our technical associate today is a former swimmer of Coach Gambril's, world record-setting swimmer and Hall of Fame coach himself, Johnny Skinner. It's great to see you today, Coach Gambril.
To see you guys today.
Well, 1976, you're on the Olympic coaching staff again for Montreal. Doc Councilman, head coach for men, George Haynes, assistant. Um, you know, I asked Skip Kinney years ago, one of your great assistant coaches, how did Gambril and Haynes keep ending up on Olympic staff after Olympic staff after Olympic staff? It seemed like you two were time after time. And I remember distinctly what Skip said. He said they never screwed up. They always did a great job. And and so you are part of the greatest men's Olympic team in history, 12 of 13 gold medals, 27 of possible 39 medals, sweeps 1, 2, 3 in the 200 free, 200 back, 100 butterfly, and 200 butterfly. You've got 27 men to coach, but there's only 3 of you. And you coach the distance swimmers and the sprinters, right? You had Brian Goodell and Bobby Hackett and those guys, but you also had Jack Babashoff and the guys that were in the short events. How do you organize that? Did you have the distance swimmers warm up while you work with the sprinters, or how did you manage that?
Well, you have that type of management with your team all the time. You just have to adjust each swimmer to what you want from him during the training period, and it's just a matter of organizing each day, and I don't really recall any real problem ever having with any particular swimmer on Olympic team. They're there and they're they want to compete and they want to win, and it's actually a pretty easy job when you got that type of material to work with. Well, you have all types of individuals on the Olympic team, and they have to adjust to each other as well as being going to the biggest meet of their life. I think Doc organized that one himself. That was really a goal that you could certainly get people to work towards. And Doc Dr. Lee, he gave each of us a certain amount of swimmers that we were working with, and then he oversaw the whole program.
And he took the breaststrokers, which was the greatest danger probably for mountain
Exactly,
biking.
exactly. He took that himself.
Yep. And you had, of course, the great mile race, which the Book Four Champions won gold medal, which I think Johnny reminded you about that I wrote, has your logbook from the 1976 Olympics in it of what those guys did every day. And that was a great treat to have that. And George Haynes put in the middle distance logbook with Tim Shaw. So we have preserved that, which is wonderful.